look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Durant, Ibaka, and Perkins compose the front court. Westbrook and Cephalosha in the backcourt. And for the Pacers, Paul George and Danny Granger on the perimeter. Roy Hibbert is out there with West. And it's Hill in at the 1. Now here's Perkins. Here's Durant. Hill pulls it in.
Now you can't get that one to go, but that's a shot he'll hit more often than not. Well, you look at Kevin Durant's body, those long limbs, you see why he has a chance to be really good defensively, because he can cut off passing lanes and really slide his feet and get in front of people and even block shots at the rim.
And let's get this update now from Doris Perkins across the way on the sideline.
Yes, Frank Vogel and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He wanted to emphasize to his team that they can't wait back and expect chances to come to them. If they want to put points on the board, they'll have to create chances by being aggressive and executing their sets with speed and authority. Sounds like a plan, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. So, Clark, they're thinking mainly about how to tackle the defense they're facing.
It won't be easy, Kevin. I mean, they're going to have to take a few body shots before it's all said and done. It's going to be a battle.
Steve?
Yeah, I like that, Clark. Body shots. I mean, go inside early. Try to pound them inside, and then you can play inside out at that point, but try to soften up that defense and make them move around a little bit.
And Kevin Durant has grown, Steve, in the NBA as a defender. And Clark, you and I were talking about that. He has made a commitment to doing a better job at that end of the floor.
He really has, and that's what great players do, Kevin. You and I have talked about it. They don't rest on their laurels. He has not rested, and the other great thing is he knows he still has room to grow and get better. He's willing to put in the work.
Now, here is Ibaka. George Hill missing his last shot. Westbrook dishes to Harden. Fires for 3. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Harden. Durant's got himself on the board with 3 there. Outside Hill. Shot clock at 6. Shoots. Hibbert gets the bucket. Hibbert's got his first basket of the night.
Well, the Pacers historically have always been tough on their home court. Last season was no different. 24-17 in Indianapolis. It's one of the reasons the Pacers made the playoffs.
West outside. Ibaka on him. It's tipped. West inside. Defended by Ibaka. West misses. Well, Clark, you know all about this Indiana team being in their front office. Dead last in attendance last season, averaging just a little over 13,000 fans. But the team gave the diehard fans something to care about with the playoff experience.
Yeah, they certainly did, and hopefully that'll catapult more fans into coming back to Conseco. In 2001, the team averaged almost 18,000 fans. The team gets back to contention. You know Indiana loves basketball, and those fans will be back. Danny Granger, Kevin, grew up in New Orleans, Louisiana, and after Hurricane Katrina, as you might imagine, he did a lot to help that town and also help a lot of his family members, too.
And the change here for the Pacers. Hansbrough's checked in. The Thunder also changing it up. Nick Collison's checked in for Perkins. And Thabo Cephalosha subbed in for Serge Ibaka. There's the dish to Granger for 3. The rebound by Harden. Going back to Danny Granger, Steve, he moved about 17 of his family members up to Indiana. Got a big house, moved in with him.
Wow.
Granger knocks it away. Indiana trailing here. And it's Harden picking him up. Harden against Granger. Guarded by Harden. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And the fadeaway was about his only option there, really.
Oh! Man! Oh, man!
Boy, that is an alley-oop of the highest order on the front and back end.
Well, play didn't work, and I'm sure.
That's got to be the case because that was impeccable timing.
Now here's Hill.
I think he caught a glimpse of the defender out of the corner of his eye because he just seemed to lose his focus there for a moment. You give him an opening like that one, he'll take advantage.
Great looking transition that time, guys.
Here is Hill. 6-point game.
This has been a nightmare start. Oh man! Watch out below. Run for cover, young fella.
Boy, they're showing some confidence.
Yeah, they are. A lot of confidence, guys. I mean, starting to pull away, too.
So the Pacers call timeout. Their first of the game.
How about Kevin Durant for Oklahoma City? So low maintenance. Signed that long-term extension with the Thunder. Doesn't mind playing in a smaller market. Just wants to play basketball and win games.
Leandro Barbosa is checked in for the Pacers. Collison comes in for George Hill. Then for the Thunder, Kendrick Perkins. He's checked in for Durant. And Derek Fisher is subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Collison. 1:31 left in the first quarter. Steve, you mentioned Kevin Durant's extension with the Oklahoma City Thunder in a summer that saw all the fanfare around LeBron's decision, his move to Miami. Durant's new contract, absolutely a low-key affair.
And that's his personality. The young fellas say, do you or be me. That's what you got to do. Not a big showman. That's not his nature. Loves the game, hangs out in the gym, homebody, works at it, gets home, gets off his feet. I mean, he's high performance, low maintenance. You love that.
A lot of good qualities.
Yep.
Collison is whistled for reaching in. That's his first foul. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Fisher. They grab their own miss. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And he makes the first.
Look, I mean, the Thunder 2 seasons ago managed to give the Lakers a run for their money in the first round, but in this last season's playoffs, they put the league on notice that their sights were and are much higher.
David West, he's checked in for Roy Hibbert. Here's Collison. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Collison's got 5. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Nice job there of disrupting that play.
Yeah, nearly came up with the steal.
Here's Barbosa. A 3 off the inbound. Second chance shot. And Darren Collison again. He has 7.
How about the determination right there on that putback?
Perkins goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Leandro Barbosa. And I think, Clark, around the league, the Thunder have been held up as the example of how you build a contender from the ground up. And certainly, Steve, lived up to that praise, I thought, this past season.
Yeah, they really seem to have all the pieces that a team needs to contend for a championship. Star player, Kevin Durant, great point guard, Russell Westbrook. They've got complementary pieces as well. And now it's just a matter of letting this team grow and move forward together. He doesn't need to fade away on that move. He can go straight up, make it an easier shot.
Pacers trail by 5. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Here's Cephalosha. He kicks it to Harden. Over Barbosa. Harden can't hit.
Wow, tough shot.
Very, very difficult. Boy, that was a high degree of difficulty. You probably make 20% of those.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Thunder out in front.
Let it go, go. Breathe a little, just let it breathe a little, stop.
And just the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. The Thunder leading by 5. So the Thunder 5 right now. Durant, Ibaka, and Perkins compose the front court. Derek Fisher out there with Russell Westbrook. Here's Ibaka. And it's Indiana's ball. It's a 5-point game. Hibbert against Perkins. Hibbert inside. And he makes good on the layup. Hibbert's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Pacers. And it's the Thunder with the ball. 3-point lead.
You know, Roy Hibbert was taken 17th by the Pacers back in 2008. Granger was the 17th pick in 2005. Both have proven to be good acquisitions for Indiana.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, in 2010, the Thunder lost to the Lakers in the playoffs in a 6-game series that was highly competitive, and it remained a big motivation for the improvement of the Thunder. Kevin Durant was completely moved by the standing ovation the Thunder received after the Game 6 loss on their home floor. After losing in the Western Conference Finals to the Mavs this past season, we might see even more of a leap by this talented young team this year. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. Thunder will be as hungry as ever this season.
And with the Thunder, you can see the connection they have with their fans. I mean, the players are playing for the entire state every time they take the court.
Back to Hibbert Clark, a 7-2 pivot. He's got soft hands, rebounds, can score inside, and has a nice hook shot. And Steve, you even told me before the game he can even step back for a jumper that you would respect.
Yeah, he can knock it down from long range, Kevin. And he's an underrated passer, too. The Pacers really ran a lot of offense through him. So this is a young kid who's really developing into a solid center in this league.
It's Hill on the wing. Over Ibaka, and the rejection by Ibaka. The Thunder leading by 3. Got a piece of it. Stolen by George. Here's the 3. Out to West. Stolen by Durant. And here are the Thunder now. Throws it up high. And they get in the way. Looked like the alley-oop attempt that time. Lets the 3 fly. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
You know, the Thunder guys showed their talent in the playoffs last season. I think that devastating loss to Dallas in Game 4 of the conference finals was where they finally kind of caved in.
Well, that's the problem. You turn the ball over and your defense just isn't set up at the other end.
And sometimes when it happens that way, it almost feels like a 4-point bucket.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
I think Coach saw a couple of things he wanted to correct. You got to make sure everyone's following the game plan.
For the Thunder, Nick Collison's checked in for Perkins. Harden comes in for Russell Westbrook. And it's Maynard in for Derek Fisher. Here is Harden. Collison inside. He's against Hansbrough.
And Clark, you mentioned Game 4 of that Oklahoma City-Dallas series, a 15-point lead for the Thunder with 5 minutes left in the game. Dallas came back and forced overtime. And I remember the Thunder's incredible fans, even amidst the most heartbreaking loss of the season. They were chanting OKC, OKC till the bitter end. They have diehard support there in Oklahoma City.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Roy Hibbert's checked in for West. Granger comes in for George. And slammed down home. Another look on the spike slam pin.
Well, he took that one to the rack with some purchase.
I'll say beautiful dunk there, Steve.
Yeah, how about the agility and just the power and the skill? Impressive. Well, you have to love what Tyler Hansbrough brought to the Pacers a season ago. The progress he made coming out of North Carolina was really impressive. He's a tough player, competes hard, and his offensive efficiency is impressive.
Here's Durant. The shot no good. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Stolen by Durant. And Granger picks him up defensively. Jones is tagged with the reach. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Durant. 7 points in the game. Over Jones. Again, Durant missing. Now we're going to get to Tyler Hansbrough that Steve was just talking about, you work with in Indiana with the Pacers. His NBA career got off to a tough start when he suffered a serious ear infection that gave him vertigo and affected his balance for quite a while. It was kind of scary.
It really was scary because it took a while to diagnose exactly what was going on with Tyler. And once that was cleared up, he got the treatment and had to stay away from physical activity for a long time, but he was back healthy last season. And I tell you what, you love the way this kid approaches it. Low maintenance, hard-working, tenacious and wanting to get better, and really raises the level of intensity his team is practicing and in game. I think he's going to be a really good player.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Kendrick Perkins, a Boston Celtic for his entire NBA career prior to the trade last season, he said, "It kind of felt like the worst day of my life when I got traded from the Seas." Fortunately for Perk, he headed to a young team on the rise in Oklahoma City. "When I got here," he said, "everything just kind of blew me away. The organization is first class. I'm impressed with everything, how things are handled here. Great staff, just unbelievable." And now in his first full season with the Thunder, Perkins definitely settling in.
Yeah, building chemistry on the court will be their focus. Thanks, Doris. Jones, no luck.
Tell you what, credit the defense there. They really contested that layup.
Jumps up. Granger knocks it away. And Indiana has possession. Only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Now here's Jones. Still looking to get him a scoreboard. Backs down. Stolen by Harden.
Excellent anticipation. As soon as that pass was in the air, he was on the move. And
Up and down hard.
a monster throwdown. Wow. Boom. I tell you what, I bet that's the best assist we're going to see tonight.
Well, he laid it up there, Steve. A pass where only his teammate could get it.
Perfect timing. I mean, that's what you need to make that kind of a connection. Now you wonder why his team's losing. He keeps giving the ball away time after time.
Splendid work from Maynard. A great assist.
Clock management. This is where, Steve, they can get a 2 for 1.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. As long as the first one's a good one, and now you play D, get the ball back, one more shot.
And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, neither team has really gained an edge rebounding-wise here, and the score reflects that.
Well, if one team can start hitting the boards harder, I mean, it'll give them a good chance to pull away.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Hill for 3. And they get it. Oh, and a jam by Granger.
Yes, indeedy. Boy, I love that one. That's not just any plain dunk. That has some panache to it.
It's an energizer, guys. That is an energizer.
It is, and that will lift the whole team up. Wow, what a board. The little guy somehow coming up with the ball.
Jones, the best to Granger. Fires from deep. That's good. Now just a 1-point Thunder lead. Here's Maynard. Back in a moment from Indianapolis.
And we got a battle in the Circle City. Now let's get going with our HP halftime show.
Here's Westbrook. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Pacers. Paul George and Danny Granger on the perimeter. West out there with Roy Hibbert. And it's Hill in at the point. Oh, and trying for it. Out of bounds. And they retain possession. Here's Granger. Defended by Durant. With the fadeaway. Granger misses.
And what I love about Danny Granger is he's really good at both ends of the floor. A versatile defender. He can rebound. And, of course, offensively, he's dynamic. Yeah, don't give up anything for free. I like that. Send him to the line.
Yeah, they don't want to sit back and watch you lay it in. I mean, make them earn it. Make them earn it. Don't give up anything easy.
You know, the one thing that's held Danny Granger back early in his career, he's had some injury issues to deal with.
Yeah, he has, but last season I thought he was pretty healthy, and he carried the burden for the Pacers offensively. If we can get a little help in that area, though, I think it will serve him very well.
They keep going right back to the paint. Who can blame them? I mean, they're getting it done in there.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 buckets, guys, have come from inside the lane area, so I'd expect them to continue to go inside right at the defense. Russell Westbrook has proven to be one of the best point guards in the NBA. Not just his scoring, but his ability to push the ball in transition, and he's a good leader for his teammates as well.
You know, he's not going to make a mistake when he gets in tight. That's a good hoop there.
Here's Oklahoma City now. to Perkins. Outside Durant. Deflects the pass. Stolen by George. For the finish. Oh! And now, here's the Spike Slam Cam replay.
Now that's a special order right there.
Not everybody can cap off it up like that.
Yeah, very difficult maneuver, but a tremendous one if you can pull it off.
Like what you said about leadership in Westbrook, that is a must-have quality to possess as a point guard in the NBA.
And Kevin, if you're going to lead a team into battle, especially the Western Conference, you need a battle-tested guard, and the Thunder have that in Westbrook, and he's continuing to grow. We forget how young this guy is. I mean, he's got a lot of room to grow, and I'm excited to see what he becomes as he matures because he's already got a lot in that backpack.
Well, there are a few players you talk about as enthusiastic as you talk about Westbrook.
I loved him from the first time I saw him in a practice at UCLA, Kevin. He was a freshman. He was going up against Darren Collison, and he was aggressive. He didn't back away. You could tell the edges were a little rough, but you always would rather have rough edges that can be smoothed out than no edges at all. He's got tremendous ability. I love watching him work.
The Thunder making a switch here. Collison's out there. He doesn't get the second one.
Well, you look at this Pacers roster, nice young blend of talent, size, versatility. They had the flexibility this past summer to add some other nice players. So this team seems to be on the rise.
And here's Hill for three. Gets it to go. Hill's got his third basket of the night right there. And you know, as Steve was just saying about the youth and options for this Indiana team, we were already able to see some of that impact in last year's playoffs.
And that was so important, Kevin, for the team to get to the playoffs, to be able to show the fans that passion and hard work and competitive spirit, promise of the young players. And I think for the fans, it was a case of everybody starting to see that there's new hope in store for the Indiana Pacers going forward.
Outside for Durant. For Hibbert. Tries to save it. Some changes for Indiana. Hansbrough comes in for Roy Hibbert. And it's Barbosa in for Danny Granger. Here's Hill. Here's Indiana. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's West. Takes it off the glass. And it's an 8-point Pacer lead.
A little too easy for them inside, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Steve. I mean, they've really dictated the action in the paint. That's been their focus, and the defense hasn't mounted much resistance at all.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for them. At some point, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
The three from Hill. It's rebounded by Durant.
So far, he hasn't made much of a contribution at the offensive end.
It's blocked. Pacers leading by 6. Westbrook hits the reach-in call. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Durant, and it's Harden in for Thabo Sefolosha. And George with the stuff.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
Man, he is an absolute force when he gets near the hoop. Nice job offensively, going right at the defender who did not have position to take that charge.
Yeah, it's a smart play. He actually saw that and initiated the contact. Got the whistle in his favor.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Man, what a tough break, guys, for David West. Last year was having such an outstanding year before tearing his ACL in March late in the campaign. Very tough break for him.
Here's Westbrook. He's got 6. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And back to that West injury. To lose what he brings to the table is a big blow to any team.
Yeah, without question. I mean, and the Hornets showed well in the playoffs, but you know they missed his scoring, his rebounding, and he's a veteran who's been in the playoffs, and he's a tough guy as well, Kevin. So those are attributes that you just can't replace.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Hibbert comes in for David West. And it's Collison in for George Hill. Left side, Westbrook. Picked up by Collison. from deep, Harden. A second chance effort. Hibbert with the block. And here's Indiana. They're on a 15-6 run. Collison. It falls. Collison's got 11 points.
Oklahoma City has been gradually improving over the last few seasons, and one of the things they've done better at is winning on the road. Last year, 25-16, one of the very best marks in the NBA.
Pacers leading by 7. Westbrook picks him up. Hansbrough, that's good. Hansbrough's got his second basket.
Now, the offensive efficiency has been really important. I think that's been the difference.
Well, you know, I think it's pretty simplistic, but it does oftentimes come down to this, making shots, and that's what they've done.
For the Thunder, that continued improvement on the road. Stevie just said 25-16. Clark, one of the signals of their growth into a legitimate contender.
Well, Kevin, they've got a lot of the things you need to have to win on the road.
You got to be willing to put a body in front of them there. Easy hoop.
But you know what? I don't blame them. That's a lot of body coming at him.
Here's Collison. He's got 11.
Opportunity to go 2 for 1 here if they want it.
Steve, let's see if they go for it.
George with the ball. He passes to Barbosa. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Hibbert. He's against Perkins. Shoots from the baseline. Thunder trailing by 4.
Slowing it down here, smart. Play for the last shot of the quarter.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, dribble it down to 6 seconds or so and then go. That way you got a chance for a second shot if you miss.
First free throw is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Deflected. Pacers leading by 3. Jones looking for his first bucket of the game. Harden kicks to Durant. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. An exceptional performance from Danny Granger.
The way he's moved through the defense so far through 3 quarters, it's like everybody but him is in slow motion.
Well, he...
While we're still getting underway here in the fourth, let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Spark of the Game report. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, today's spark of the game, Darren Collison. He's played a big role for them today as he's been everything you could hope for in a 6th man. You have to think they'll look his way down the stretch, guys.
Thank you, Doris. He gave them guys just what they were looking for off the bench.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, I think the game would have been a totally different-looking game if not for what he brought to the table.
Well, it didn't take him any time to get into the flow of the game either. As soon as he got out there, he was ready to roll.
Taking a look at the Thunder, we've got Harden. Cephalosha is out there with Durant. Then there's Derek Fisher, and it's Ibaka in at the center, filling out the middle. Pacers leading by 5. Here's George. The shot from the low post is good.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Durant against Hibbert. Fades. The Pacers pull it in.
Man, a nice job there defensively, just getting a hand up enough to bother the shot.
Yeah, that was very nice. Impressive. It made it a much more difficult shot.
Hill inside. He's covered by Fisher. And the shot is good.
I can imagine they're going to hear an earful about this next stop. That's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable.
Defense starts at the rim. One team shooting the ball from the outside, and that's not happening. They're just giving up everything inside.
It's stolen by Ibaka.
I really like the way he settled down here after that sloppy first half. Doing a much better job taking care of the ball.
Even numbers. 3-pointer. They get it back. Back to Granger. Harden against George. West against Ibaka. Hibbert. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Cephalosha. Ranger covering. Cephalosha's shot is good.
They are wasting no time getting out and running in transition.
Well, you like to try to beat the defense down the floor, Steve. I mean, if you don't have to go against a set defense, putting the ball in the basket is much easier.
Harden against George. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Guys, I'm impressed with Paul George. He was the 10th pick out of Fresno State last year, and Pacers are happy with him. He's athletic, he's got an NBA body. I think he's got a lot of potential. He could become a good player.
Well, Clark, here's a player you know a little bit about. Paul George of the Pacers, second-year player, smooth game, nice-looking jump shot. He can slash as a lot of these guys can. Doesn't seem to be a bad defender either.
Well, I think he's got the potential to be a really outstanding player at both ends of the floor. I think he's got stardom in his future. Tremendous athlete, does things easily from an athletic standpoint. Last season, just messing around after practice, he jumped over 7'2" Roy Hibbert for a dunk. He's got great potential.
And Durant gets it to go.
Defensively, they're giving up way too many transition moves. It's as simple as that.
Yes, Stephen, that's something the team can work on plenty in practice. I mean, a run out here and there will happen, but they've got to do better overall, much better.
Here's Collison. He's covered by Fisher. Straight up. Collison's shot is good.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
And Steve, if I'm them, I'd keep going right to the heart of that defense like they have been until they do something about it. If they don't offer resistance, take everything you can get in there. Boy, they've been a bunch of bandits today. Steals coming one after the other.
No question, they're trying to pound the ball inside. That's 5 straight hoops inside.
And if the D won't stop, they keep at it. I mean, those are the kind of looks you want.
Here's a second look with the Sprite Slam Cam.
Come on now, I didn't see. Can you believe that finish? Boy, a little bit of flair and flavor at the end of it.
Oh, that'll be a fan favorite, all right.
That was not your average typical dunk.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Hansberg. And George Hill's subbed in for Darren Collison. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Oklahoma City. Harden comes in for Cephalosha. And stolen by Fisher.
It's amazing one player can turn the ball over so often.
Stolen away as they knock away the alley-oop attempt. And here's the fast break. Hibbert dishes to Hill. He's covered by Fisher. Fisher gets called for the reach. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Hill. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Well, they are getting out rebounded here. They're showing up on the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, it's something they're going to have to improve upon if they're going to win this game. He's gotten himself involved in just about every aspect of this game.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic all-around performance, guys.
From the arc, Indiana again missing.
Not the best shot. Long range and with a defender right in his space.
And defensively, that's the kind of work he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up.
Hibbert with the screen. Guarded now by Durant. Hibbert gets the bucket. And the Pacers lead by 7.
It's too easy. They're getting whatever they want down there.
You said it, Steve. 5 straight field goals inside for him. The defense has to clamp down here.
Fisher. And the Thunder, another 3.
You know, it's been a real good half for them from beyond the arc, Kevin. I mean, they may as well stick with it.
Yeah, no reason not to just continue shooting the ball from out there because they're in a good flow. They're shooting the ball with great confidence.
56 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Hill. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. The most they've trailed by is 9 points. Westbrook gets to Durant. Defended by George. It's stolen by Hill.
Great job defensively, getting out and forcing that turnover.
Paul George. 2 shots.
Can't get the first one to drop. Does make the second, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, that extends their lead, but he really had a chance to close the door and just couldn't do it.
The 3. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
And the second one is off. Clark, no room for error.
Kevin, got to be perfect from here on out. You're exactly right.
Careless play there. You've got to avoid those kind of turnovers.
Yeah, you really do, Steve. I mean, those really take a toll on you. They deflate any kind of rhythm you're trying to build.
Gets the first. That makes it a 7-point lead.
2 shots.
2 for 2, and it's an 8-point ballgame. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're trailing by 8. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Let's find out what Doris Perkins is for.
Over the last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Brooks said to his team. He challenged his team to step up in the final moments, saying essentially, if you want this game, go out there and take it. Nobody's going to give it to you. You have to go take it. Let's watch how it plays out, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And that's an intentional foul.
Penalty situation.
Sinks the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
George taking 2 shots.
Perfect from the line, and it's an 8-point ballgame. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 8. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Pretty much been put out of reach, but they're not giving up.
You know what? I'm not sure. I think at some point you've got to concede and save your energy.
Here comes Granger, and he stepped in the line, so they turn it over.
Just a total lack of focus, was not paying attention to where he was.
Here's Westbrook. Outside Durant, moving the ball. Here's Fisher. It's good! And here is Granger. He dishes it to Hibbert. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
A good foul. You've got to stop the clock in this situation.
Exactly, Steve. I mean, the clock is their biggest ally right now. They need as much time as they can.
Gets the first. That puts them up by 5. He's off that time. Second free throw missing. So it's Indiana picking up the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr.